Hey everyone. So today I want to talk about the danger zone. This was a concept that one of my mentors taught me about. It's that place where you're comfortable, but there's still room to grow, but you're so comfortable that you don't really feel like reaching for better. So for instance, if you put your happiness on a scale from 1 to 10, the danger zone exists in 6 to 9. That if you're a 6 to a 9, you're in that danger zone where, yeah, I could be happier. I recognize that there are areas of my life that I'm unhappy, but I don't know. I just don't feel like I need to do anything about it. I feel good enough. I mean, this is better than I felt my whole life, so I'm good to just kind of settle in right here for a little while. But you're not a 10. You haven't reached that pinnacle of happiness. You haven't reached that state of feeling this knowing, like really fully understanding happiness and creating that happiness in your life. Are you in this place, this danger zone? I mean, if you're not, then it's a lot easier, because when you're outside the danger zone, you're either a 10, and which is great, and you don't need any of this. You do, but in a different way. But otherwise, you're a 1 to a 5, and 1 to a 5 does not feel good. It's very easy to say, I need something better in my life. I do not like feeling this way. 6 to 9, it's like, I feel better than I have my whole life, so why try? You know, maybe that's a little too much. Like the 9 is right there on the border. Everything seems really great, but you know there's a little bit more that you could do. 6 still has quite a ways to go to be a 10, but it's still comfortable. Are you super comfortable with where you are? You know, I like to think that I myself probably sit at around an 8, but I want 10. I want to feel the best that I can feel all the time for no reason. I don't need circumstances to make me feel good, because my goodness comes from here. That happiness, that joy, that knowing that everything's going to be okay comes from here. So what I do with people who are in the danger zone is we identify the issues that do still exist, that sometimes it's not even a feeling. It's this thirst for knowledge, for wisdom, that may not be completely materialized within you yet in a way that you can say, I fully understand this idea. Or I know that I understand enough of this idea that I'm good to keep learning, but I'm really good where I am. I'm happy. And so for this, we typically will do a lot of the tapping. I don't know if you've heard of that yet, if you've seen my other video where I mentioned the tapping as a technique where we tap on these points. It's very ridiculous. It seems super silly, but whenever we tap on these points, we generate a momentary trance state where we allow suggestion to shift ideas within us, beliefs, memories, emotions, all these different things. And so the tapping is really, really helpful for people that are in the danger zone, because mainly the only reason that they're not achieving that 10 is because they still have baggage and they still have only half-formed beliefs that need to be either fully formed or released as well. And so my question to you today is, do you feel like you are in the danger zone? Or if you feel like I'm not a 6 to a 9, certainly not that number. I'm like a 4. I know there's a lot of things that I need to do. Then for that, I mean, we definitely do a lot of tapping. I mean, I do tapping across, from 1 to 9. If you're anywhere in there, I use tapping because the tapping is one of the most powerful tools I've ever found. And I've researched this for over 15 years. And it's really amazing the impact that it has on people, including me. I love it. But I also utilize the Reiki because, if you're spiritually unwell, you're not going to be emotionally well. And you're certainly not going to be physically well because you are a spiritual being. You may look like a physical being. I may interact with you because we have this physical expression to relate to one another, but this isn't real. This is just it's an illusionary reality that we get to play with one another in, kind of like a video game. But ultimately, we are spiritual beings experiencing life through emotion, and which then expresses itself and projects itself into a physical expression. So, addressing the issues at the spiritual is most likely one of the reasons that you're finding yourself held at a 5 or less. And then addressing those issues and correcting maybe any traumas and other negative events that have occurred in your life to get you up to the point where you're in the danger zone, and then continually thirsting and reaching for more. And that's the only way to really progress through the danger zone, is to keep a healthy appetite for knowledge. Keep the idea that you don't know what you don't know. And you want to know. You want to always learn. You always want to be teachable. You want to keep growing, keep understanding even the most basic things so that your understanding of it, because this object right here, if I show it to you from this angle, and that's all you ever see, then that's all you'll ever understand. And this is how we often look at things. But this is a three-dimensional object. It has many, many sides. It has many, many facets. It's a candle holder. So it has 2 big holes on the other side, but you never would have known that if you only saw this side. So, making sure that you understand the idea from every angle is essential, and that's just thirsting for knowledge and growing every day. Understanding that you don't know everything about anything. The number 1, there are always, for the rest of your life, going to be new ways to understand the number 1. It seems like the most basic idea. It's 1. What more is there to understand about it? Everything. Every idea is limitless, just like you. And you'll never understand everything about anything. And that's okay, because it's the reaching for. It's the, what can you get? If you can attain more understanding about something, do it. And this is how you rise above the danger zone. This is how you go from being an 8 to a 10 or a 7 to a 10. Because if you don't, if you're just gonna settle in and be complacent, this is good enough. I feel great. I know I could feel better, but I feel good. I'm happy feeling good. Then, okay. No one's gonna force you to feel better, but if you want to get out of the danger zone, if you want to attain a 10 and live a life that is dream-worthy, then you're going to have to reach. You're going to have to understand that you need to be teachable, and you need to continue to grow every day. If as soon as you think you know something, you're not teachable. You've already decided, your brain rejects new information. So I already know everything. So be open, allow yourself to stay open, and let's see what happens. All right, so if you guys have any comments, message below. I look forward to talking to you.